Ngobrol Inggris?
Hello! Welcome back to another episode of the YNI podcast. I am your host, Sarah.
And I am Walter. Hi, everybody. It is so good to be here with you again today.
Yes, it's always fun to talk with you, Walter. Today, we have a very special topic. It is something that many people think about every day. Some people feel excited about it, but some people feel a little bit scared or worried.
That is right. Today we are talking about our future career. We will discuss dream jobs, future plans, changing jobs, and how to choose the right path for you.
Before we start our conversation, we have a small request for you, our lovely listeners. Please try to just listen first. Do not look at the text or the transcript yet. Just focus on our voices. Try to understand the main ideas. It is okay if you do not understand every single word. The most important thing is to practice your listening skills.
Exactly. You can read the text later to check new words or phrases, but for now, relax. Maybe close your eyes or just look out the window and let our voices guide you. Imagine we are sitting in a cozy coffee shop, just chatting like old friends.
Are you ready, Walter?
I'm ready, Sarah. Let's get started.
Great. So let's dive into our topic, talking about future career. Okay, Walter, let's start with a simple question. When you were a little child, maybe 5 or 6 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up? What was your dream job?
Oh, that is a funny question. Let me think. When I was 5, I really wanted to be an astronaut. Someone who flies to space. I loved looking at the stars at night. I thought space was magical. I wanted to walk on the moon and see the Earth from far away. How about you, Sarah? What was your dream?
An astronaut. That is so cool. My dream was very different. I wanted to be a teacher. Specifically, I wanted to teach art. I loved drawing and painting with colorful crayons. I thought it would be amazing to show children how to make beautiful pictures. But, well, life is full of surprises, right? I'm not an astronaut, and I'm not an art teacher right now.
True, but you are a podcast host, which is also a creative job, so in a way you are still teaching people, just in a different format. You are teaching them English and sharing stories.
That is a nice way to look at it, Walter. Thank you. But tell me, do you still think about being an astronaut sometimes, or has your dream job changed?
Well, to be honest, I cannot be an astronaut now. I'm too old and I did not study science enough. But my idea of a dream job has changed. Now my dream job is something that makes me happy every day. It's a job where I can help people, learn new things, and have time for my family and hobbies. I don't need to fly to space to be happy. I just want to feel useful and satisfied.
I completely agree with you. Many people think a dream job means having a lot of money or a big office, but actually, happiness is more important. A dream job should be something you enjoy doing, even on a Monday morning when you feel tired.
Yes, if you hate your job, even a big salary cannot make you happy. So listeners, think about this. What makes you happy? Is it helping people? Is it creating things? Is it solving problems? Or maybe traveling?
For example, my friend Lisa loves animals. She spends her weekends volunteering at a dog shelter. She says her dream job is to be a veterinarian, a doctor for animals. Even though it's hard work, she loves it because she cares about animals. That's her passion.
That is a great example. Passion is key. When you love what you do, work doesn't feel like work. It feels like a part of your life that you enjoy. But Sarah, not everyone knows their passion immediately. Some people are confused. They try one job, then another job, and they still don't know what they want.
Oh yes, that is very common. In fact, I think many people change their careers several times in their lives. It's normal to feel confused. The future is not a straight line. It's more like a winding road with many turns.
A winding road. I like that image. Sometimes you go left, sometimes you go right, and that's okay.
Let's talk about plans. Walter, do you have a specific plan for your future career? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, that's a good question. I have a general plan, but I'm not 100% sure about the details. Right now, I'm working as a content creator, and I enjoy making videos and writing. In 5 years, I hope to have my own small media company. I want to work with a team of creative people. We can make podcasts, videos, and maybe write books together.
That sounds fantastic. A media company. You are very good at communicating, so I believe you can do it. But do you worry about it? Sometimes when we make big plans, we feel afraid that things might not go well.
Of course I worry sometimes. Who doesn't? My biggest worry is about technology. The world changes very fast. New tools like artificial intelligence or AI are coming out every day. Sometimes I think, will a computer do my job in the future? Will I lose my job? It's a scary thought.
I understand that fear. Many people feel the same way. They worry that robots or computers will take their jobs. But I read an article recently that said something interesting. It said that technology will change jobs, but it will not replace humans completely. Humans have creativity, emotions, and empathy. Computers do not have feelings.
That is true. A computer can write a text, but it cannot understand human sadness or joy like we do. A robot can build a car, but it cannot comfort a crying customer. So maybe our job in the future is to work with technology, not fight against it.
Exactly. So instead of worrying, maybe we should learn how to use these new tools. That's a good tip for our listeners. If you're worried about the future, try to learn a new skill. Maybe learn how to use new software or improve your language skills like English.
Yes, learning is the best way to stop worrying. When you learn, you feel more confident. Speaking of changing jobs, Sarah, have you ever thought about changing your career completely? Like stopping the podcast and doing something totally different?
Actually, yes. Last year, I thought about becoming a graphic designer. I took some online courses to learn design. But after a few months, I realized that I missed talking to people. I missed the connection. So I decided to stay in the media and communication field. But I learned that it's okay to try something new. If you try it and you don't like it, you can always go back or try something else.
That is a brave story. Many people are afraid to try because they think, if I fail, it is bad. But failure is just part of learning. Thomas Edison, the famous inventor, tried thousands of times before he made the light bulb. He said, "I did not fail, I just found 10,000 ways that don't work."
Wow, that is a powerful quote. So if you want to change your career, just take a small step. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You can start by taking a class, reading a book, or talking to someone who already works in that field.
Good advice. Small steps are easier than big jumps. For example, if you want to be a chef, don't open a restaurant immediately. Start by cooking dinner for your family every night. See if you really enjoy it.
Yes, test the water first. Oh, that reminds me of an idiom, to test the waters.
Oh yes, let's pause here for a moment. We should explain some idioms to our listeners. Idioms are phrases where the meaning is different from the literal words. They're very common in English conversation.
Welcome to our idiom section. Today we will share 2 or 3 simple idioms about careers and the future. These will help you sound more natural when you speak English.
The first idiom is to climb the ladder.
To climb the ladder. Can you explain what this means, Walter?
Sure. Imagine a real ladder. You go up step by step, from the bottom to the top. In a career, climbing the ladder means moving up in your company or profession. You start with a low position, and over time you get better jobs, more responsibility, and more money. You are progressing in your career.
Perfect. So if someone says he is climbing the corporate ladder quickly, it means he is getting promotions very fast. He is becoming a manager or a director soon. Can you give us an example sentence, Walter?
Of course. Here's an example. Sarah started as an intern last year, but she is working very hard. I think she will climb the ladder and become a manager soon.
Great example. Okay, the second idiom is to have a foot in the door.
To have a foot in the door. This is a very useful phrase for people looking for jobs. It means you have gotten a small opportunity or a starting position in a company or industry. It is not a big job yet, but it is a beginning. Once you have your foot in the door, it is easier to get bigger opportunities later.
Yes, it is about getting your first chance. Sometimes you take a small job or an internship just to enter a company. Even if the job is small, you are inside. You are part of the team. Then you can show your skills and get a better job later. Let's make a sentence.
Okay. Example. The internship was unpaid, but it gave me a foot in the door at the marketing company. Now they offered me a full-time job.
Excellent. That shows how a small start can lead to a big result. One more idiom for today. This one is about the future. The idiom is, the sky is the limit.
The sky is the limit. I love this one. It means there is no limit to what you can achieve. You can be as successful as you want. Your potential is endless, just like the sky. It is a very positive and motivating phrase.
Yes, we use this when we encourage someone. For example, if a student gets good grades, we can say, keep studying. With your talent, the sky is the limit. It means you can do anything you dream of.
Another example, don't worry about starting small. If you work hard and stay focused, the sky is the limit for your career.
Those are 3 great idioms. Climb the ladder, have a foot in the door, and the sky is the limit. Try to use them in your next English conversation.
Yes, practice makes perfect. Now let's go back to our chat.
So, Walter, we talked about dreams, worries, and idioms. Now let's give some practical tips. Many of our listeners are students or young people who are choosing their career path. What advice would you give them?
That is a big responsibility, but I think the first tip is know yourself. Spend some time thinking about what you like and what you are good at. Make a list. On one side, write things I love. On the other side, write things I am good at. Look for the things that are on both lists. That is often where your best career is hidden.
That is a wonderful exercise. For example, if you love drawing and you are good at using computers, maybe you can be a graphic designer or an animator. If you love talking to people and you are good at solving problems, maybe you can be a counselor or a sales manager.
Exactly. Don't just choose a job because your parents want it or because it pays a lot of money. Choose a job that fits your personality. My second tip is talk to people. Find someone who already has the job you want. Ask them questions. Ask them, what is your day like? What is the hardest part of your job? What do you like most?
Yes, this is called informational interviewing. You don't need to ask for a job, just ask for advice. Most people love to talk about their work. They will tell you the truth, the good and the bad. This can help you decide if that job is really for you.
And my third tip is be flexible. The world changes. The job you want today might not exist in 10 years. New jobs will appear. So be ready to learn and adapt. Don't be stubborn. If plan A does not work, try plan B or plan C.
Being flexible is so important. Also, remember that your first job does not define your whole life. Many successful people started with jobs that had nothing to do with their final career. They worked in restaurants, shops, or offices, and they learned valuable lessons there. Every experience teaches you something.
True, even a bad job can teach you patience, teamwork, or how to deal with difficult customers. These are soft skills that are useful in any career.
Soft skills are very important. Things like communication, teamwork, leadership, and time management. Employers love people with good soft skills. You can learn technical skills easily, but soft skills take time to develop.
So, listeners, don't panic if you don't have everything figured out yet. It's a journey. Enjoy the process, make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving forward.
Now, we want to take a short break from talking and invite you, our listeners, to think. We call this our mini listening reflection.
Yes, please take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Think about these questions. You don't need to answer out loud. Just think about them in your mind. Or if you have a notebook, you can write down your answers.
Here's the first question. What job do you dream about? Imagine your perfect day at work. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you doing? Don't think about money or difficulty. Just dream. What is your ideal job?
And the second question, do you already have a plan for your future career? If yes, what is the first step you need to take? If no, what is one small thing you can do this week to explore a new interest? Maybe watch a video, read an article, or talk to a friend.
And finally, what is your biggest fear about your future career? Is it failing? Is it not having enough money? Is it disappointing others? Acknowledge that fear, but remember, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling afraid and doing it anyway.
Beautifully said, Sarah. We hope these questions helped you clarify your thoughts a little bit.
Before we finish, let's share a light story. Walter, do you remember the time you tried to fix the printer at your old office?
Oh no, don't remind me. That was a disaster. Everyone was waiting for important documents and the printer stopped working. I thought, I'm smart, I can fix this. So I opened the machine, pulled some wires, and pressed many buttons.
And then what happened?
And then smoke came out. Just a little bit of smoke, but enough to scare everyone. The printer was completely broken. I had to call a professional technician. He looked at me and laughed. He said, "Sir, sometimes the best solution is just to turn it off and turn it on again."
That is so funny. But that's a good lesson for careers too. Sometimes when we have a problem, we try to do too much. We panic. But sometimes the solution is simple. Just restart, take a break, and try again with a clear mind.
Yes, turn it off and turn it on again is good advice for life too. If you feel stuck in your career, maybe you just need a break. Take a holiday, sleep well, and then start fresh.
Another funny story. My cousin wanted to be a pilot. He studied very hard. He passed all the tests, but on his first solo flight, he realized he was afraid of heights. Can you believe that? A pilot who is afraid of heights?
No way! What did he do?
He laughed about it later. He decided to become an air traffic controller instead. He works in the tower, guiding the planes, but he never has to fly. He says he is much happier now. He found a job in the same industry that fit him better.
That is a perfect example of being flexible. He didn't give up on the aviation industry, he just changed his role. So if you realize your dream job is not for you, don't be sad. Look around. There might be another door open for you nearby.
Time flies when we're having fun. We're almost at the end of our episode today.
Yes, this conversation went by so quickly. We talked about so many things: dream jobs, fears, plans, idioms, and funny stories.
Let's do a quick summary. First, remember that your dream job should make you happy, not just give you money. Second, it's normal to feel worried or confused about the future. Everyone feels that way. Third, don't be afraid to change your path. Trying new things is how we grow.
And don't forget our idioms. You can climb the ladder, get a foot in the door, and remember that the sky is the limit. Keep learning, stay curious, and be kind to yourself.
Our message for you today is simple. Your future is in your hands. You are the author of your own story. Do not let fear stop you from writing a beautiful chapter. Take small steps, believe in yourself, and keep moving forward.
We believe in you. Whatever career you choose, we hope it brings you joy and success.
Thank you so much for listening to the YNI podcast today. We really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends or family who are also learning English or thinking about their careers.
Yes, sharing is caring. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episode. We have many more interesting topics coming soon.
Do you have any questions or stories about your career journey? You can send us a message or leave a comment. We love hearing from you.
All right, Sarah, it was great chatting with you again.
It was great chatting with you too, Walter. See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Good luck with your future careers.
Bye-bye.